How do you care for yourself throughout your days? How do you care for those that you love? How do you tend to that which you value? This is a great week to explore this as we enter into an eclipse on the 3rd in Virgo. Virgo looks at how we tend, how we care for things, how we sort what we no longer need, look at what we really do need, and look at practical ways of being devoted to that which we care for. Welcome to Our Waking Dream. I am your host, Coco Swanson. Each week we go over an astrology theme that's moving through the week or the month, the season. I do so ideally in a way that allows for you to be beginner or immediate level within astrology and still understand it, because I'm explaining what is a bit of a foreign language. And I've taken my whole life as a deep dive in spiritual inquiry and deciphering the language of energy, which is the language of astrology. It's a language of metaphor. We look at what's going on like in an eclipse. Well, there's an eclipse that happens. We have eclipse season a couple times a year. Well, when that happens, there's certain themes, and those themes repeat. So a theme of an eclipse is it's a time of change. So if we're looking at a time of change, we'd look at it differently than we'd look at a time where things will be steady, right? So we just take cues from what's going on within the sky. We take cues on how to direct our energy for the greatest impact. Because I don't know about you, but I need to be having the wind at my back or going downstream right now, rather than trying to flail upstream or to push against the flow of the wind. How about you? So we have right now the 3rd, March 3rd, 2026, an eclipse in Virgo. Also, we have Mercury retrograde. We're in a time of change, of reconsidering, of reviewing. That's what happens anytime we have Mercury retrograde. If we have it in Pisces, which we do right now, we have a turbo Pisces seasons right now. Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. And so right now the focus is on Virgo and Pisces. And that focus has a lot to do with spiritual and physical care. Pisces is all about spiritual care. And spiritual care has a lot to do with surrender, with love, with forgiveness, with acceptance. Because when we can accept what is, we're able to spiritually orientate in reality of what is with full open arms. When we're taking care of what is physically, same thing. We want to know and accept what is in order to know how to care for what is. So there's a bit of a reality check that I like to do when we have this emphasis in Virgo and in Pisces. So this is a great time right now, this week, to explore how are you caring for yourself moment to moment throughout your days. I love having at least one macro practice per day, a big practice. Say I go to a yoga class, I do a half-hour walk outside where I'm off my phone, or I am doing a meditation for at least 15 minutes. Macro for me means big. It means bigger in time than 10 or 15 minutes. Macro practices at least 1 to 3 per day set me up for spiritual and physical success throughout my day. Then I take micro breaks. Those micro breaks allow for me to assess how I'm doing in real time, moment to moment. How am I doing? At a spiritual level, and that would be how am I doing more emotionally, or my sense of ease, or not my sense of dis-ease. How is my physical body doing? Do I have aches and pains? Do I need some exercise? Do I need a glass of water? Those micro breaks that we might use right now to scroll. I find micro breaks in my scrolling time, and I reapply that time to bringing awareness and presence into my biotechnology. I bring awareness into how my mind is, how my heart is, how my body is, and if I need anything. So this isn't a suggestion on how to take the pulse of how you're doing and what care you need. Because this week, right now, inquire, how are you caring for that and who you value? Starting with you. How are you tending to your needs? In what ways could you use more tending to? At a very physical, do you need to get to the gym more? For me, I needed to do a yoga challenge this year to get myself back into a disciplined, rigorous physical practice. Because if you're tending to your physicality, your emotions and your soul are easier tended to. So how are you tending to your emotional realms, your spiritual realms? And what does that look like for you? How, if you're caregiving at work, if you're a caregiver at work, how are you both tending to your needs and to those who you're in charge of? So you can listen more deeply to the needs of others. We can hear others' needs if we're able to assess and take care of our own needs first. We fill our own cup and let it overflow. So, how are you expressing care for yourself? And how are you expressing care for the world around you? That's inquiry number 1 this week as we enter into this eclipse on the 3rd. Practice number 2 this week is just about devotion. It's about exploring what devotion means to you. For me, devotion has to do with how I'm offering my love, my prayer, my presence. It's how I'm offering me. What am I devoted to? And I can assess what I'm devoted to by looking throughout my day at how I spend my time. What I spend my time thinking about is what I'm devoted to. What do you spend your time thinking about these days? It's really easy to focus on the problems. But if I'm primarily focused on the problems, I'm devoted to the problems, not the solution. Whatever I'm focused on, I'm devoted to. So if there's a problem in my life or in the world, say living within a fascist government, that's a big problem right now. Well, if I focus on how screwed up it is, and I keep my mental and emotional state invested in how problematic it is, that's what I'm devoted to. I'm devoted to the problem. If I focus on the problem and I get fired up about the problem, but I devote my imagination and even elicit some emotions to my imagination of a best case outcome, I'm devoted to outcome. What do you want to devote yourself to? The problems or the solutions? And how do you devote your time throughout your day? Another piece to look at with devotion is what's authentic in relation to your spirituality. I could say, hey, try this. I love this altar. I use altar spaces where I bring my intention to, say, a stone, and I breathe my intention into a stone. Well, that's authentic to me. I'm trained in that. So I learned with people in Peru how to make altars out of stones. Well, it's authentic to me. My spirituality is strengthened by authenticity. So if you are wanting to build a devotional practice in order to care more for your spirit and the spirit of the world, what feels authentic to you? How do you pray? How do you meditate? What feels good to you? Explore that this week. This is a great time in Pisces season to explore what feels right spiritually. And with this Virgo moon, it's a great time to really look at how the practicality of your spirituality is working right now. Practical spirituality. Practical is Virgo. Spirituality, Pisces, we mix them together. Practical, devotional, spiritual practices that allow for you to authentically care for who and what you hold dear as Mercury's retrograde. And so there's this allowance to give things the freedom to change right now. This month of March is a time of change. We'll have our equinox here on the 20th of March. After equinox, we have a real shift, a go button into a new season. We are in a larger bridge between an old era and a new one. Sometimes it's easier to want to be done with the bridge. Yet this bridge feels really important to me, to bring deliberacy, to be deliberate about what you're letting go of right now and what you're wanting to bring forth into this new year. As we bring more deliberate intention into what we're letting go of, that allows for the slate to clean and for this fresh start to be truly fresh. So you're not carrying the lingering resentments or frustrations or confusion into the future. And so, in your devotional space, how much can you let go of the past? In your time of care, how can you release any resentment? And that brings me to practice number 3 I suggest this week, which is a groovy Ho'oponopono. The Ho'oponopono prayer comes from Hawaii, and it's on repeat. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And it's on repeat. And I use this prayer a lot, and I use it in a way that we wouldn't guess at first, perhaps. I use it for people that I feel like have wronged me. And so I'll claim authorship co-authorship in the story, in the narrative in which that person over there has wronged me. So where in your life do you feel like you've been wronged? If you feel like you've been wronged and you're carrying anger, frustration, pain, hurt feelings, you're still carrying the anger, frustration, pain, hurt feelings. It's up to you to release them, even if they've done wrong. So the Ho'oponopono that I'm suggesting, the Hawaiian prayer, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. But to do it in a way, I'm suggesting it as more of a movement through your day of looking at what person's being a jerk over there. It can happen in the car. On my way to my grocery store today, somebody was being a jerk in front of me, and I caught myself being a jerk back. Like, I'm a sweet person, but I can sure be a jerk sometimes. How about you? Would you like the freedom to make mistakes? I would. How about we extend that to them, whoever they are? And we do so with, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. If I ever wronged you in a way I know or don't know about, please forgive me. I love you. And I can say this to the driver in front of me because they exist. I love them. It's that kind of love. Because you exist and you're made out of prime creator light, I love you. That's the vibe. And then, thank you, I love you. And it's done for that moment. So we free up what we're carrying into the future by looking at grudges, at frustrations, at resentment. And that's what we offer release to. And a simple way of releasing is through the Ho'oponopono. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Again and again, to allow your own body and your own spirit and your own emotions to clear up. Because when we're clear, we're taking care. I clear my field and I take care of it. It's as simple as that. Great week to take care. A great week to allow your perception to arrange and rearrange and see things differently as you're taking care, as you're tending, as you're letting go. Because as we let go, we're able to see with fresh eyes. We're able to see a little more humanely, a little more kindly. Let's bring kindness into this new year together. I think that's it for today. I love showing up here. Keep an eye out over on Coco Swanson's YouTube. That's my YouTube, different channel. I'm going to be offering it's more nervous system regulations, problem solvings, where this is more astrology driven. That will be more symptom driven. So keep an eye out over there. And in the newsletter, I'll be giving free things and different offerings that I'll be offering this spring. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a gorgeous week. Happy Eclipse. Until next week.
Thank you for being a part of our community here at Our Waking Dream. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Fill my cup and let it overflow. Let it overflow.